Hello and welcome everybody to Lady Arcaders. Welcome in from wherever time zone and whatever time zone you are in. It's wonderful to have you. If you're new here, I'd love to tell you about the Lady Arcaders. We are an all-women's gaming collective who welcomes all women in gaming, speedrunners, developers, and casual fans alike. In addition to our cozy private community, we run weekly showcases on our Twitch channel, as well as larger charity events throughout the year. We appreciate all of your support. If you want to keep up with the Lady Arcaders events, you can join our public Discord to get updates on upcoming events. Type !Discord in chat for a link. Now, while we were on vacation, our gamers were very, very busy. The March issue of the Lady Arcaders newsletter is out, including a piece on the layoffs in gaming happening in the gaming industry, as well as a community spotlight on Snowball, aka Snowball SMB, who recently got a world record in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which is awesome. You can find a link to it in our socials and sign up for our website, or get the link to the newsletter with !Newsletter in chat. We also have the showcase open for a track mode. Do you have a showcase you'd like to show off? Would you like to submit to the world? Do you have an idea for a track mode? Anything? Want to go fast? Want to show off your Animal Crossing town? Paint a mural? Bake us a cake? We would love to see it. Your submissions will be open for April shortly. And send your pitches in to theladyarcaders.com/start. We would love to see the games you love in the ways you'd love to showcase them. Today, we will be running NecroVision Lost Company Any %, which is a horror-themed game that AstridTheHorrorGirl has says is one of the most ridiculous ones she has ever had the pleasure of running. We're going to be learning a little bit about World War I history like y'all have never seen it before. So, Astrid, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this game, NecroVision Lost Company. This is a World War I game, and it is a World War I game that is not afraid to tell you the true story of World War I, which is, of course, about how German, American, and British forces united against the demons by siding with the vampires and the werewolves against the forces of darkness and the apocalyptic cataclysm that threatened to end the world. So that's the true story of World War I, the one that the textbooks are not brave enough to tell you. Thankfully, this video game exists to tell you that. Are you excited, Ophelia?
Oh, I'm excited. I didn't remember any of this about the history in World War I, so I'm really, really excited to get the truth.
Yes, I'm glad to help. Something that I like to note is when you go to press Start New Game, it says at the bottom, join the British Army and discover the horror and mystery of the Great War. You will never meet a British officer in this game. You do not join the British Army. There are no British individuals whatsoever. That's just a thing. So, yeah, anyways, we're going to start new game, and the timer will start when I select recruit, so I will do that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, we play as Jonas Zimmerman, who reads these little diary entries at the beginning of every level, but those are not important. Those are not important at all. First, we're going to skip that scene of a zombie killing a person because there's a plague spreading around that's turning people into zombies. Also, we can just use boxes to launch ourselves in the air like this and get on this roof. And we're done playing the level normally now. Now we'll just go out of bounds. I am not entirely sure why everything out of bounds has collision and is rendered. But it sure is, and I love that. I love that that's a decision and choice that they made. We're just going to go as far as we can in this level, out of bounds. There's a fun little moment here where we have to do it blind because the textures disappear.
Oh, you got to put your training to good use.
Yes,
that's what's going on.
Absolutely. The amount of times I died there trying to figure out how to like where I was supposed to be walking and everything. We're going to do a little bit more of that here. Just
How do you even keep yourself in from falling out of bounds at that point in time?
all the collision is still there, but the textures are what goes away. So it's just a matter of knowing that it's supposed to be there. Now we're going to go back inbounds. We're just going to crouch at this wall. Hopefully, please let me in. There we go. And this is near the end of the game here. We're just going to use this to jump on up. And this whole area over here is out of bounds. You're never, ever intended to get over to this spot. And the ending of the level is beneath us. So we're just going to drop down there and grab that lever, and that ends the level. And that's the first level.
Oh, that was awesome.
On to the next level. We have more possessed by demons soldiers, German soldiers. We're trying to... I couldn't pick up their gun. That's okay. Once again, using a little box boost to get on up here. Now we're going to slow the game down to 30 frames per second so that I can do this trick that requires some perfect frames. This is the rifle jump, and basically when you do a melee and run and jump at the right time on the right frames, you can get propelled straight up into the sky or straight forward depending on what frame you hit it on. And we slow the game down to 30 frames per second so that, because it's basically impossible trying to do it at 144 frames to try to land on the exact correct frame to do that. Also, we're just casually being attacked by these floating demons with wings for no reason. They are unmentioned up until this point in the game. They're just there. That's just the thing.
Fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. None of my history books went into this.
Right?
I am learning so much about history.
It's pretty incredible. So I'm gonna skip this cutscene right when it starts. And now we're in an airplane. We're flying around now. Right now we have to destroy these planes on the ground. So we're just gonna do that. And we have a few more. So just gonna grab those, and that takes care of those. And now Jonas and our friend, we're trying to get to Fort Stern because we're trying to make a cure for this zombie affliction that has broken out in the First World War. And Jonas is a scientist and is pretty confident that he can get the cure. So we're trying to get to Fort Stern to work with Field Marshal Menge. And if we do that, hopefully a cure can be found. But now we're being attacked by these flying golden scorpions for no reason. So we have to stop them from destroying a train. So we're flying around this train, stopping these from colliding with the train. And we don't want to run into any of them. They basically instantly kill you. Yeah, this is NecroVision Lost Company. It is incredible.
This is absolutely beautiful. I don't think I have ever been so taken with a game where I'm just like, yeah, I think I might have to play this. This seems absolutely fantastic.
It is just one of the games of all time. It is absolutely... It's one of the things that I talk about with this game is it is, like, technically, by the books, it is not a good video game, but oh my goodness, the ambition and the pride and the everything they tried, all the different unique things that they did to approach for level design and weapons, it was so ambitious. It was so bold of them to do it. It just didn't come out well, which I love, because they really went for it. They really tried, and I love that.
You can feel how hard they tried.
Exactly.
Like, that is absolutely fantastic.
All right, so we can't see it yet, but right now a Zeppelin has spawned over here, and I'm currently shooting it. So hopefully I can destroy it before it even tells me that it's there, because it's still taking damage. Okay, we got that going. I'm hoping to skip some dialogue here. Very good. I'm doing some quick saves because it kind of stumbles the dialogue. Sometimes it sends it forward. Didn't work this time, but that's okay. Didn't lose time, if anything. And now the game, we go to the tail gunner seat, and it just becomes basically a rail shooter, where we are attacked by a dragon.
I'm going to say this over and over. I do not remember this from my history books.
They don't teach it to you.
I know, it's absolutely, completely wrong. If you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. However, I might want to repeat this history.
It's true. It's pretty awesome.
There's a dragon!
Yeah. By the way, this dragon is in... Because this is NecroVision Lost Company. It is a prequel to the game NecroVision. Yes, there are 2 of these. That dragon, you can ride that dragon in the other game.
I am so interested now.
Yeah. It's a very frustrating and difficult level, but technically you're still riding a dragon, so it is awesome.
Looking at how the dragon's moving, I don't see the flight being fun from the rider's side, but I still need to do it.
Indeed. I agree. Right now I'm shooting down these fireballs, because that's the only thing that can hurt you during the scene. The dragon is actually invincible, so there's no reason to shoot at it, really. So you just want to make sure that you don't die. After a certain point, you can shoot down enough fireballs to where you just won't go down and rest your hands for a bit, depending if you've done a good enough job up until this point. But yeah, this is the fun rail shooter, stop the dragon from blowing up the airplane part of the game, and no other part of the game is like this whatsoever. This is it. This is the only thing. Also, you can shoot your own plane, and it will damage your own plane. A little thing that they included.
Realism, I guess.
Yeah. So right now, I don't have to shoot these down because you can't do enough damage to kill me. Right when the cutscene starts, I will go ahead and skip it. There we go. Now, this next level, we have been captured by Americans, and we have to try and escape. I'm going to skip the cutscene that shows all that, and we're put into bed, and now we're waking up, but we can actually move during this scene where we're supposed to be waking up. So that's what I was doing there.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
So now we are on our way to getting past the werewolves, which, unlike most interpretations of werewolves, actually start as wolves and then turn into what we typically see as werewolves. So we're gonna...
So are they were-people then?
Yeah.
They're wolves that turn into people.
Yeah, I would say that's the case.
Okay.
Messed up my...
I'm taking notes. I need to revise all of the things I've learned.
It's true, because if you're gonna learn history, you might as well do it well.
Exactly.
You know? So I totally understand. So we've gone out of bounds. We're trying to basically now make like a Skyrim horse to get up this mountain. Basically. So that is our goal. Skyrim horse it up this mountain. Which, again, I want to point out, they didn't have to add collision to this whole mountain, but they did.
I think that's one of the things I've been just kind of fascinated with, is, as you said, like, they shouldn't have rendered the entire thing at the first level. Why did they put collision on all of this? I'm not upset about it, but why?
Yeah, it's one of the great mysteries of NecroVision. I'm assuming it's because this is ironically running on what is called the Pain engine, because of the video game Painkiller, which is a fantastic first-person shooter. This runs on the same engine as that, and that engine kind of specializes in making giant maps with lots of enemies on it to shoot. And I think they just kind of, just like, we have this huge map. We're not going to use all of it, but might as well not undo everything, you know? So we're going to try to rifle jump out of this little scenario here. There we go. And now we are on the side of this building. And we are going to try to get to the far back window. All right, I'll just
I didn't know they taught rifle jumping in basic training.
Yeah, it's an old skill. Definitely an old technique from the olden days. Right now I'm trying to just get up here. I'm trying to get up there. Come on, let's get up there. Oh, I'm just short each time. Goodness. Oh boy. Oh.
This looks incredibly tough.
Listen, it's one of those skips where it's like you either get it on the first try or like
Yeah.
not.
No, this looks incredibly tough.
There we go.
Like, oh, fantastic.
Yes. Let's head for the monastery.
I couldn't do that.
No. It's just practice and hoping that you're landing on the right frame. We're just gonna run over that force field so that we can go in here to end the level. And that's that level. This level is pretty cool because we can go straight to the end without even going out of bounds, really. We're just gonna run on through here, and we're gonna use this table to boost us up to this floor. You are not supposed to be up here. This is supposed to be the very last part of the game right here. And you're just supposed to grab this and then leave, basically. And so normally there's a whole boss fight, there's a new weapon to learn, there's a bunch of winding staircases to go up. But I mean, we can just fly up there and grab it. Before we leave, we just want to grab this grenade launcher. Meet our American friends who, after seeing a bunch of werewolves and zombies, went, you know what, maybe you're right, and we should team up and not be against each other for now. So now we are in a tank. This is one of the longest levels in the game, normally, but we're not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna go up this hill. Normally you can't go up this hill on foot. I've tried many times. So the tank drives up here just fine though. So we're just gonna take it up here until we reach an invisible wall that is intended to stop us. But if we get right to the edge of it, we collide with it, and then when we get out, the tank empties us on the other side of the invisible wall.
Oh my goodness, that is just wild. I love that.
So, you're a doctor, huh?
So right now, Jonas is explaining to, by the way, this is like a young General Patton that he's talking to, which is one of the fun trivia things of this game.
Oh my goodness, this is just great.
I already have proof. Now I need to find
I'm trying to use the rifle jump to make myself go faster, but I keep getting the vertical one instead of the distance one, which is a shame. There we go. Because it is definitely faster by a noticeable amount.
It's a deal.
But yeah, the dialogue here is among my favorites. There's so much great dialogue in this game that we miss because we skip past most of it for any percent. But we have this wonderful conversation, which I want to note is normally done with like you just blowing enemies to bits in a tank and you're just having this casual conversation with young Patton, basically.
That is just fantastic. I'm so impressed at how many different, like, as you were saying, the level design is very, very, very ambitious. They had so many different things they were doing with this. It's fantastic to see.
Yeah, there's so many like really clever things that they tried and things that they wanted to do. And they did do them. They put them together, but it's like then the game came out and it just I can definitely tell it wasn't to expectations.
Yeah.
I'm trying to run up this dam. Okay, didn't quite work. That's okay. If we get up here, we should just be able to rifle jump on out. There we go. And we just needed to turn that lever because the game needs to know that you turned that in order to beat the game. And now we're going to go back in bounds. Much like the other one, we're going to crouch up against this wall and try to convince the game that we should be in bounds now. There we go. Now we're going to be introduced to these soldiers, which are the scariest ones in the game. They have, like, their arms all wrapped in, like, barbed wire and stuff, all fleshy and whatnot. So we're going to get them in a group and just blow them all up. Skip this conversation and see if the soldiers keep shooting me. Yep, because they're supposed to be dead, but they chase you and run on over. And if you let the whole cutscene play, they'll just be stabbing you while you're talking during the cutscene.
Oh my goodness.
So this is one of the most interesting skips in the game. We're going to try to get up on top of this. This one always gives me a little bit of trouble. Let's see. There we go. And we're going to go a little bit around. There's a way to rifle jump up here too, but I found it, for me, to be a little bit less consistent than like trying to just corner jump. We're going to run out of bounds here to get up and over here. There's a weird invisible wall I'm trying to avoid. Looks like we got past it. We're going to try to run down here and fall. You'll notice the screen has gone black. It unloads everything up to a certain point, so I just know where to go. That is all that's happening right now. And right now, I've jumped over some sandbags, and I've gotten into a place with a mounted weapon, and I'm waiting for a door to open. So I'm being attacked by some enemies, and I'm going to try to keep them off of me so they don't back me into a corner. And hopefully, very soon, I will... There we go. Hopefully this lets me in. I was waiting for that mission objective to come up. There we go. Now we're being talked to. And we shoot down at the ground, and that ends the level. So what happened off screen is we finally met up with Field Marshal Menge, and Field Marshal Menge was straight up just like, oh no, I'm making the zombies. Like, I want to. That's what I want to do because I'm at the behest of my vampiric masters. And we're like, oh, you've gone insane. And we decided to end Field Marshal Menge. So now we've crossed over into this area. We're going to do some more out of bounds here. We're going to run along the border here to get to a nice place. There we are. We are still looking for the cure. We're trying to find the Field Marshal's research in hopes that we can still end this zombie plague that is spreading throughout the battlefield. That's what's supposed to be happening on this level. And it culminates at the very end with a boss fight against a vampire that we are scripted to lose. So that's where I'm going to right now, is just immediately to that boss fight to lose as quickly as I can. So the boss fight is in here. If I jump... Oh, that was a mistake. I don't remember when I last autosaved or saved. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay. I almost had it. I just fell off the world. It's funny, I'm supposed to fall off the world there, just not that fast. We're just gonna fall down here.
You're just too much of a speedrunner.
Too much. Once it says boss, once I fall off the world, the game will read that I died, and that's faster than letting the boss kill me. So,
oh, that is fantastic.
So now we have been informed that we've been infused with vampire blood. And this infusing of vampire blood has basically led to us being a chosen necromancer. And
Oh,
now we have to fight alongside them to try to defeat the demons. So we have been transported to basically hell in order to fight the demons. These are my vampire buddies, by the way. These cool looking dudes with like jetpacks and stuff. They're pretty cool.
I did not know vampires got jetpacks.
Right?
I thought they had bat wings.
Right?
This is news to me. I am learning so much.
It is so interesting, isn't it? Like,
This is the history they don't want you to know.
it is. It is.
Really have to follow them?
Okay, so I've done some jumps out to get through that window. And now we are further than we're supposed to be. Otherwise, we're supposed to like kill all the demons in that room. And then another room locks, supposed to kill all the demons in that room. It's like, or I could just go up here, you know?
That sounds like so much more fun.
Yeah, we'll just go up here. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of quick saving because this is by far the hardest part of the speedrun. Because you can just get bumped by the smallest thing and you'll just fall off the world, which is not what we want to have happen at all in this chapter. Yep. So it takes a little bit, but at one point we get informed. We're told this cryptic line by a demon that the only way that we can defeat the demons is to defeat ourselves. And that's it. Which, you know, could mean a lot of things.
That's extremely cryptic.
Yeah. So we're on our way to go and see what the vampires were talking about when they said that. All right. This one is another one where it's like you either get it on the first try or you like don't get it for a while. So I'm just here rifle jumping in this direction to hopefully get where I need to go for a hot minute. But how are you enjoying your World War I lesson?
I've honestly been sitting here with my face. I am making such faces because I'm just like, I didn't know this. I'm glad that I'm finally being informed about this.
Listen.
And the world almost came to an end to vampires and demons and a zombie plague, and they don't want us to know these things.
Yeah, it's true. Listen, a lot of us didn't know the truth until this game.
I really appreciate you showing us this because we needed this information.
Yes, I'm glad that I could do this for the Lady Arcaders community. Oh, this one's gonna be a little mean, I see. Okay, there we go. Once again...
They put collision on so many things.
They did.
This is so fantastic.
They truly, truly did. They care about us. This one, we're gonna just run and jump over here. And we're going to this room back here. We're careful to walk in a certain way because we want things to spawn. But hopefully not too many things. I'm trying to get back in bounds right now. It's being a little stubborn, to be honest. He's still holding on to the rock. I love this game. All right. There we go. And then kill your evil twin.
Wait, we have an evil twin?
Yes,
What?
we have an evil twin all of a sudden. You see, that was the cryptic message. In order to defeat the demons, you must first defeat yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
From the chains of humanity.
So I'm clicking really quickly when I use the automatic weapons. You actually fire a little bit quicker when you do that. All right, I'm looking for the exit.
Now they'll pay the price. I'll make them
Right now he's doing this whole speech, and the level will end when his speech is over. So when we pick up this paper, his speech ends because he has to read. So, there you go. And we are now at the last level, which is the final boss. And yeah, that's this large individual here.
That is a very, very large person.
Yes. We're just gonna get right up into the edge. These individuals are going to come and try to dissuade us from standing there, but that's okay. We're just going to be wailing on him right here, using our melee ability and our vampire shotgun, which, yes, it is a vampire shotgun. When we do any damage with the vampire weapons, they start dropping health for us and other like energy and things like that. So we are actually like taking the life out of them by using the vampire weapons.
I love it.
All right, once his health has gone down to a certain point, then we can leave and try to get him to do his attack that will send us to phase 2. There we go. So he's picked us up and gonna throw us into phase 2, basically. So this part is a little bit trickier. What we want here is to do some damage. Some people prefer the vampire SMG. I like to use the razor, which is this launcher. And we're gonna pull these levers as we kind of run around. We want to just ignore all the enemies who are also trying to hit us and everything. So we're trying to shave some extra damage off just with our other weapon. Run around and pull these levers and try not to get killed by things while we do it.
Always important. Always important.
It is true. Because these pillars are charging our... you see our vampire gauntlet that we have has a fireball in it that when it's launched will do extra damage. But if all these are on, it will literally do a third of the damage to the boss. So that's the beam. It looks like it missed. Or I might not have gotten the thing correct. Did I pull them all? I did. There we go. Okay. And we also have a second one. So if we do this right, we can shave enough damage off so that we only have to do that one more time. If we were just, because it takes about a third of health off, if we can do a third of damage with just the secondary weapon, then we don't necessarily have to worry too much about getting it 3 times, and we can save even more time this way.
I'm still just taking in the fact that they already had anti-vampiric gauntlet weaponry prepared.
Uh-huh. Just in case.
Just in case. I'm very impressed that they had the forethought on that one.
Yeah. It's important to think ahead for, especially considering, like, what if this happens again? You know?
True. Very true.
May not be an isolated incident. All right, now we got that. Time is coming up in just a moment. Oh, there's time.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. Now we get to hear Jonas's wonderful end speech. This is the first time we're seeing ourselves, by the way. Is right at the end of the game. Jonas has been corrupted by power and wants to now create an army of the dead to rule the world, now finding new vampiric powers. And Jonas goes on to be the villain in the other NecroVision game, where you have to try to stop him and the demons from destroying humanity.
An army of the undead.
Yes.
I know.
Who could have seen this coming?
Yes, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Mm-hmm. Incredible.
It's my time.
Oh, Astrid, that was a fantastic showcase. I have got to play this game.
Please do.
I have got to play this game. That was absolutely amazing.
Something that I like to point out, I won't have us sit through all of the credits, but at the very end, you know how some games will say that like Spider-Man will return or something like that? This game says, Necromancer will return, be sure. That's what it says.
Sure.
Be sure.
That's beautiful. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. I wish all games ended with that kind of.
Me
Just
too.
be sure.
Be sure.
Is there anything else that you'd like to show us today, Astrid?
I I think I'm good. I think this game is just magnificent. It's a beautiful video game that is terribly flawed, not put together well, and it's just a silly time. So I've been kind of like trying to usher people into trying this game out and playing it because I made a speedrun tutorial for this. I need to update it a little bit because some really talented runners have shown up and been optimizing routes, finding a little bit of different paths and perfecting different parts of the game. And we're pretty sure that there's still other things to find, but it's so much fun to run once you get over that, and it feels like a real accomplishment when you are able to run a game that's like this too, because it's so wild. And
It is very wild. I have not had an experience like this in a while. That was beautiful to watch.
I'm very glad that you had a good time watching it. I guess the other thing is I'm Astrid the Horror Girl. I play horror games and I speedrun horror games, and I really love this game. I accept all criticisms of it because every single one of them are valid, but I still love it no matter what. And yeah, I want to thank the Lady Arcaders for once again having me and allowing me to showcase one of these silly horror games that I run.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for the showcase. Thank you again and again, Astrid. That was fantastic. We are going to take a short intermission. Get up, grab yourself a sip of water, stretch your muscles as much as is possible, and we will be right back. See you guys soon. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good little break, got yourself some hydration, and got up and did some stretching if it was possible for you. I just want to let y'all know that next time on Attract Mode, which will be Thursday, March 21st, we will be playing Fae Farm. JPEG will be showcasing Wing Percent, which is a speedrun of Fae Farm, which is a super cute, inclusive, queer-friendly game, which is got lots of fairies in it. I know I'm super excited. So we'll be speedrunning Wing Percent, and then they will be showing us around their farm, which is going to be just fantastic. We will be raiding over to Multithon today, so stick around for that if you'd like. It's been wonderful to have you all. And remember that submissions for Track Mode are always open. If you have a showcase you'd like to show off, anything that you would like to share with us, gaming related, be that painting a mural, showing off your Animal Crossing town, you want to compose some music for us, even do some video game related baking. That sounds fantastic. We would love to see it. Please drop us a link for your submissions, and we would love to see them so much. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful time, and we will see you guys again soon. Bye.